All right, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Minetest Gameplay of sorts. Yeah. And it's 67.3 degrees in Chicagoland suburbs. Yes, it is. And we will go out to photos page right quickly. As of course, this is the second time I'm recording this. So there. So we have another submission by Gilbert. Very cool take on that house. Like the windows. Very nicely done. I like the grand entranceway. Leads to something very cool. So very nice. And we have more from Warren. Pub. Nice little house. This is really interesting design on that. Very cool. Got the arches. And we have a whole family affair here. So Diana's place. Very cool. Another grand entrance. Just noticed that. I wonder what texture pack that is. It's a really cool looking texture pack. And I love the landscapes. So, very nicely done. And if you'd like to submit your submissions, take a screenshot and send it to richardjeffreyshow@gmail.com, and you will be immortalized on the internet forever. Because nothing goes away on the internet. No, it doesn't. So, well, we're going to get into some questions real quick. In reference to episode 176, Mineclone 2 subgame review, or game review, Mr. Owl, you get what you pay for. Yeah, you do, but you can change it. Yes, you can. Let's see. Lunarity. Lunarity. What distro do you use? I currently use Ubuntu, the long-term support. So it's Ubuntu 20.4.3 LTS. And it's using X11, not Wayland. However, this is my production distribution on Linux. I also use on a different SSD, I use Fedora 34 workstation running Wayland, which is pretty cool. And I have a separate partition for KDE Neon, which also uses Ubuntu 2004 as its base, but it's the latest version of Ubuntu. So if I go into tweaks, I'm running the Contra Lite Compact for the applications theme and Contra Dark Compact for the shell, which gives you the really cool transparencies, which I really like on here. It's not the standard Adwaita, whatever that's called. And the icons are Numix. So very nicely done here. Numix icons. Cool. So that takes care of that. And I run everything that I need. So this over here is Conky, which gives you there are loads of different setups that you can have and little gauges and such. So it's very cool. Yeah. Feed Thresher, nice OS UI, Ubuntu keeps using Unity. Well, it's not Unity. It's using GNOME. However, 3.38. However, this over here simulates Unity. There is still a version of Ubuntu Unity out there. But even though it was my favorite desktop, it's not an official, it's a flavor of Ubuntu, but it's not official. And I'm really done with Compiz. I think they should move on from that. You know, the wobbly windows and all that stuff. But this is Dash the Dock, I believe. I'd have to look in the extensions. It says gorgeous, almost as pretty as Cinnamon. Cinnamon and Mate or Mate, whatever you want to call it, those are very good looking. I like the way GNOME works. So, and it's not my favorite. XFCE was always pretty cool, but I don't like how they don't link the calendar. So you should be able to bring up the system calendar. And you don't get that. So on GNOME 40, they reintroduced that. So that's one thing on there. But Cinnamon and Mate, those are throwbacks to GNOME 2. So there's a lot of people that they really like the GNOME 2, but the GNOME 3 added in, you know, this is kind of goofy, where you have your desktops over here and, you know, the mouse icon over here. GNOME 40 changes that. So there's lots of videos on that. GNOME 40 is a much better looking and easier to use than GNOME 3. I usually don't use a lot of desktops. So as you'll see in a second. So moving on, James Walker, I do love the Digtron and anything that Facetier makes. Facetier makes a lot of great mods. I use a lot of them. Yes, Digtron is a very cool mod. You have to go back, episode 180, updated Digtron tutorial. It's a very cool mod, and you can really do a lot of neat things with it. Automation, and it does what it does. It digs tunnels. It'll also lay tunnels. So it's very cool. So Fishbait MT, I can confirm as someone who has worked with textures before, you did the textures the right way. And this is in reference to in the last episode where I showed how I did the compressed cobblestone, and just by changing the levels and just, you know, playing with the colors and saturation and stuff like that. And, you know, there's hundreds of YouTube tutorials on, you know, working with textures, seamless textures, and everybody has a different take on it. So whatever works, it's cool. So my way worked. So thank you. Eric, CGI Eric. Do you remember me? Yes, I do. Frank Adams. And it's good to see that your channel is still going. And yeah, the one video that you did a couple years ago, I believe you're from the Chicago area, and the one video that you did a couple years ago about the department store, and I found it again and rewatched it. And the main thing that stuck out was the Japanese subway train in the background, in the back of the store going around the track, around a little lake. And I thought that was funny. It was cool. So I see you're getting into graphics and other stuff. And yes, keep up the work. It is always cool. And Warren had put in, downloaded your worlds. First thing, looked at the medieval world and slowly walked through the builds and was humbled. There's a, you know, thank you very much. And thank you for the tip. I like the way my builds turned out. However, there are a lot of people I consider to be a better builder, or they capture an idea better. So I take inspiration from them and try to make my world look with my twists on it. So there are a lot of people out there. Even your builds are pretty cool. So thank you very much. It is greatly appreciated. And keep building. Logan Graham. I don't know about in-game, but actually real life rats are very excellent swimmers. Yeah, it's one bit of information that I really did not want to know about. Yeah, it's kind of how you say, I don't want to think about swimming in a lake somewhere and then having a rat swim up to me. Unless he's friendly. So there we go. And Bendy Player 123 in reference to video 193. Bears are scary. Yes, they are. They're big animals. And then we have episode 206, Building a Modern House. Fan of gamers, can you speak in Hindi? I can barely speak English. No. So unfortunately, no, I cannot. I speak English and bad English, as the joke goes. In there. And I do love a good landscape. So thank you for all the questions and comments. And please keep them going. So today what we're going to look at is, I've already gone 10 minutes. Oh well, it's not going to be a extremely long episode. So in other words, it's going to be an extremely long episode. We're going to get into some building, but we're going to look at the finished park, or put it this way, it's finished as much as I want to finish it right at this moment. As we fly over real quickly, and then we're going to go look at some ideas that I have for a build. As we come over here, and we'll go around the front. Doesn't matter. Over by the Art Institute. Yeah. And come over here. So we have this building here, which is very cool. I do like that building a lot. And we're going to go in. We go straight through. Not going to. We have some trees set up. And yeah, over here. So this was a great idea, wasn't it? So walk around the outside. Yeah. So we have a little seating area in here. And I'm going to be making some more adjustments and stuff in here. And then this way goes straight through to the front. We have a little and a check-in area. Nice. And washrooms for realism. Nice. And we have a kitchen. So the kitchen area, full kitchen area, an island. We have some beverage storage, some wine, a little office, refrigerators. Come back out here. I wasn't sure if I wanted to use this area. I still might. It's a small kitchen. However, you come through here, and we have just a nice atmosphere. You come through here, you check in, make your reservation, whatever you want to do. Then you enter into the dining room. So all the lights have been finished. I added some a dash of color, since everything by choice is gray and dull. So it looks really cool at night. So over here we have a little wine rack. We have a grill to make grilled cheese or whatever, a refrigerator, and just a nice little bar area. It looks really cool at night, like I said, with all the lights hanging down. So then you come out here, then you got the patio, and I chose to continue on with the stone all the way to the front. What are you? Oh, we don't want the game to crash. I'm still having a problem with the squirrels. Even, I don't know, I have to look into the pets mod. I updated the pets mod and everything started working, but then all of a sudden I started getting the crashing back. So we have the pergola with the vegetation on top. Nice little dining area overlooking the pond and more dolphins. They can stay for now. And then one of the ideas was to have a bar. So we have this kind of multi-use area here, and then we have the outdoor bar. Cool. Got a tap, and you can have a bunch of people out here overlooking. So it turned out pretty cool. I still have to figure out a way of integrating the path. Got some picnic tables. I want to make a entrance on this building so that I can use this area. But at night, that looks really cool. Very nice. So we are going to, like I said, we are going to go back to the front. We have pandas all over the place. But this restaurant, it's kind of cool. And a chicken. Nice. So that is that. So we're going to go back, go home, and go check out the new area, which is off to here. So I kind of got inspired by the pictures in the gallery, and I wanted to do something over here in this area. We have a lighthouse over here. We have a little like ocean area and some little bitty islands and such. I might get rid of that island. But there is a passageway that leads over to this island. But over here, we have nice sounds. We have the underwater laboratory and fish institute. So you come down here, and this is a really cool diving platform because it uses the air pressure to keep the water out, and then it goes down into the hallways to come over to here. So that's kind of cool. But we're going to get out of here as we go to the top. So we have this here. Now what that is the secret squirrel area that goes into back here. That goes down to the secret squirrel lab. There's a hallway and stairs that go all the way down underneath here. And if we come up to the top, I know I'm flying through a bunch of stuff. We come up a tree. We come up to the top and you go, how do you get in? Well, there is a piston. Sticky pistons that move the ground, which allow you to come in and come over here to this area that overlooks. I want to keep this room, but I want to change that upper part, and I want to get rid of the staircase because over here I've added a cave. So this is going to be like a cave house. So these are my upper dimensions, and I am going to have to put some supports in, but it's kind of cramped. But you got these nice views off of here. I want to make this like a living area, elevated living room kind of deal. And I'm thinking about extending that out because I have more room back here where I can add a bedroom and a washroom and a kitchen. And then out here, I can have a pool. Now, the kind of cool thing back here, and I did all this in the first take of the episode, and it was boring. You're just watching me clear rocks. So we have this area here, which I wanted to put a deck on. So it gives away any of the secrecy, any of the privacy. But what I'm thinking is to put a house up here. And I'll get rid of this oak tree and move it down or whatever. And I wanted to put just a single layer house that goes all the way back here, comes all the way back here. And then inside the house, it can come over here. It's like it's going to be another cliff house, but it's going to look pretty cool. And this way it ties everything in. And then there's a stairway that goes down into this bottom section. Now, I've done that before, but it's always cool to do it. So that's the idea. To get rid of this, make this the ground level, and then back here, is going to be, I have to figure out some way of getting up here. So this goes to a path. And there's a service center back here. That's over there, though. How would I get a car there? See, that's the hard part. Because that goes all the way down here. So I would have to create a driveway that could veer off from there and come up. I don't know. I have to think that through. I don't even have to put in a driveway because of all the forest back here. There's no real good way to get to this area back here. Because over here is the waterfall house. This is the back of the waterfall house. Like the tree house doesn't matter. But you know, a four-wheel drive vehicle will, I guess. I don't know. I have to think that through. I don't like rats. He attacked me. You saw that. So, so that is what's going to happen on here. But might as well, and then I can get rid of this doorway here, since this is just going to be a lower level. This is going to be a cave off of, this will just be a cave instead of hidden. So it's going to be another one of those, you know, not until it's finished will it look cool. I don't know. I got all this room to play with. I got these sub levels. I don't even have to adhere to this area here. So what I can do is, see, I'm not too worried about this area here because the thing about it is it's done with. I don't need the secret squirrel stuff anymore. And then back here, because I could utilize this whole area. That's nice. Build in the dark so nobody can see. Cool. So, oh, I don't think I can go any higher than that, than 3. So this, like I said, this is going to be, yeah, that's all we need is 3. I'll change that later. And we're still not anywhere near the surface. But this all can be removed. Now I am gonna do some walls. But I want to open all this area up to see what I have to play with. And it's nice because now I can go down. I can have different levels. So we have this area over here and then come down here. So we can make an elaborate I want to go here. Gives it some kind of cool. And I want to keep the ceilings. I'm going to fill that in a little bit, but I want to keep the ceilings, give it that cave kind of look. And I've done that before. So it's nothing new there. But I'm thinking that this could really turn out cool. We'll give it 4. We don't want vines growing in our newly, how you say it? Our newly stoned in area, because those will grow really cool vines. And then we have enough room now to do basically whatever we want. So I can hide different rooms. I don't know. You can put in the comments what you would like to see, or how would you do? Ooh, what's that? Gravel. Cool. Or how you would do this. I don't know. It's something new. So we come down here. I can have like bathroom in here, and a kitchen off the back here with a dining room area, because this is going to be the little, like, where the couches and living room area is going to be, a little reading area over here. And I wanted to put a pool in, and since I can go down. Now this is, like I said, this isn't the upper level of the house. So we can do anything that we want in here. So this is going to be the idea. Have a little waterfall area. And there again, like I said, I have put swimming pools in houses before, especially in some of my cave houses. So we have that. And the floor is going to be redone. But this adds a nice little area. I could have a little deck out the back here if I really wanted to. But I think this is going to be a pretty cool idea. The great thing about working underneath is that, let's cheat here. We have a long way to go to get to the back here. And how that can see if we can see some daylight. Okay. So that goes back all the way to here. Unfortunately, we don't have it's not a lot of Not a lot of room. I could do something with that. That's fine. I don't want this to go away. Nice. All right. So that is going to be that's going to be the idea. Actually, I should have went down farther. You can still hear that. Let's go take care of that. I can still hear the that thing going off. Oh, the player detector. Nice. I keep getting attacked by rats. I don't care if they're good swimmers or not. So we are going to fill this area in. And make it go away. And that takes care of that. So, unfortunately, this upper area here. So if I put in a house, and it's not going to be anything elaborate. It's going to be new, like a modern style, but it's going to take up this whole area anyway. And I'll replant the trees. And I could have it hang over. So it could be a pretty big house with a nice basement. So that will do it. I'm thinking of like steel or the black part, baked clay. It's just how far over to here that I want to carry it over. Do I want it to overhang? Kind of like this. But to give it some more, to give it a modern look. So there, that is the idea. And then over here with the, oh, there we go. That way goes up into there. This goes down into the hallways down here, and then I can redo these stairs that go up to somewhere different. But oh, I missed there. Over here, this goes actually under the lake. So I can continue on back here. Nice. I used and continue on there as a passageway. I like to keep coming back out to this area. That's a cool aquarium and live fish area. And then it comes back out to the waterproof doors here. And then this is what goes into the diving area. All right. And that's where we end up, right there. So that is going to do it. Get rid of that. That's going to do it. I've already went 34 minutes. So we're going to put a house on top of here, make it real cool like. You can only get in by an SUV or a truck, because I'm going to have to figure out how to get this driveway. It's not really that bad to go back there. I might have to move some trees. but I'll replant. And I don't want to do anything. You know what? I don't even have to put in a driveway because I don't want to move the tree house. So this one you can get to, you have to hike there and go from there. So that's going to do it for now. You guys didn't get to watch me sit there and boringly build because this stage of it is just the planning. So we have an elaborate house. We have a nice little seating area. All the floors are going to be changed. But this is the outline. And then come back here. We have all this space back here to do whatever we want with. And then it's going to lead up to the house on above. Cool. And that will be just another, see, there's no driveway to get back here. Some places you're just going to have to walk. These houses are all tied together. Cool. By a driveway back here. And this house back here is tied together with these roads over here, which lead back to the bridge. So that is most cool. All right. So thank you very much for joining. And I will leave you with these great views from the Falling Water House and go from there. So until next episode, goodbye.